Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have this amazing item sent to me by Autocast. What this basically does is if you have any newer vehicle, in this case I have a Cadillac XT4, it does come with factory Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But for some vehicles it's only USB only, so I gotta plug in a USB to actually use CarPlay, which can be annoying every time. So like what this does is I simply plug this in to the USB port. I connect my phone to this via USB, and after that, every time I get in, it will automatically connect to CarPlay without me to plug it in. And then this is one of the pricier ones out. This will cost you close to like 50 bucks, but if you like to use my link down below and my code, we'll get 20% off. But like the thing why this is way more pricier is the performance we get, and then also the overall size factor. There are some big dongles out there which are these big. They can be a little annoying, especially on those visible USB ports, but in this case, our case, it does close, but not all vehicles have that kind of system. So first of all, this is really small. This is like really small. You wouldn't even barely notice it when it's plugged in. Currently, I have the USB-A version. If you have a newer vehicle like we do, we have a USB-C and a USB-A. But if you have a newer vehicle and you really want the USB-C version, you can also get the USB-C version as well. But this does come with the adapter, but then this will kind of just like make it a little bit more bulkier. So I would just recommend, if you have a newer vehicle, go with USB-C. If you have an older vehicle or that accepts USB-A, go with USB-A. So all we're gonna do right here is plug this in like this. There you go. So it's plugged in. You can barely notice it that there's something in there, and then other than that, I still have a full storage in here to put anything in there. And unlike other big dongles out there, they do take up a lot of space. Okay, so now we have plugged in. Our CarPlay song is saying to go connect it to my phone. I'm gonna also show that how we do that. We're gonna go to your settings app. You're gonna press on Bluetooth here. Scroll down. There you go. It's popping up. We're gonna press right over here. Pair, allow. Now it will give me an option to use CarPlay. We can press connect, and then this also works with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, not just CarPlay. So in this case, I have an iPhone. There you go. It's connected. Super smooth. Basically zero lag. The one thing I would like to mention is even in those vehicles that do have wireless Apple CarPlay, they tend to have a small amount of lag. This is as comparable as factory wireless CarPlay. So of course, if you do have maps, that should work fine and everything, and overall it's pretty good, as you can see, and the connection time is really good. Of course, I can use Waze. Overall, it will just be the same thing as plugging in your device, but in this case it automatically turns on once I enter into the vehicle. And we're gonna also be doing an audio test as well. So here I have the music playing. Of course, I can still use my factory controls just like a regular CarPlay, as well as my steering controls, and there's virtually zero lag. It's really smooth and really nice. The connection is like really stable compared to other cheaper dongles out there. For me, the biggest thing is the factor. The size factor of this is can just like plug into anywhere. It's really small and then also really nice. Next thing we're gonna do is auto connection, and then how long it takes for this. So for that, I'm gonna turn off the vehicle. I'm gonna open the door so the radio turns off. Okay, CarPlay's technically off, everything's off. Let's turn the vehicle back on. Okay, so vehicle is turned on. I'm not doing anything with my phone. And then virtually, it literally took less than a second and my CarPlay's back on. I've like used those cheaper ones, they tend to even take sometimes 5 to 10 minutes. You gotta be messing around, reconnecting Bluetooth and everything, but in this case, super easy. Like the connection time is just amazing. I'm gonna try one more time, and then this time I'm gonna put the phone right over here so you guys know I'm not messing around with it. Okay, phone's right there. Open the door. CarPlay's off. The radio's off. Let's restart it. There you go. So if you can count it, it probably took around 6 seconds at most. And that's it. So I will, if you want to purchase this on Amazon, I will leave the link down below, but then you wouldn't be able to use the 20% off coupon. I will also leave a link down below if you want to get the 20% off coupon. Press on the link and then use the code SYNC20 to get 20% off on your next purchase. And please do subscribe and like. Thank you.